bump it up. Hey, bump it. Yes, welcome back. It's your man, EddyEd, the Duke.
It is your host for today, Mr. D, stands for dialogue. And before we get into anything, folks, just remember, we're just two guys. Well, stop shaking your head. Why you always have to
Yeah, I gotta get out of
when I'm
hosting. I
hosting?
gotta get him out of here where he keep on announcing that he's the host, man.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, man. I am the host. You just mad because you don't announce you're the host. Anyway, just remember, we're just two guys having a conversation, right?
Yes.
This is merely our opinion. Don't get mad at us. It's just a conversation. Go ahead and drop your comments down below. You can find us on social media platforms, Facebook. We don't really go on Twitter, so really just Facebook, Instagram. We're on Instagram too. DM us your questions, your thoughts, anything you want us to cover as far as topics go. You can find us on YouTube as you're watching us on YouTube right now. We're gonna be on audio exclusive platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify. What else, man?
Google Podcast. Google Podcast. Yeah. Breaker.
Yeah.
Pocket Cast. All that good stuff, man. We're
all that good stuff. Yeah. So check us out there. If you're listening to us there, make sure to jump on YouTube and watch us in 4K. All right, man. Got all that covered, man. How was your week? Your holy demonic moments. And by the way, holy demonic moments are good moments or bad moments we had in the week, right? Highlights, downlights, whatever it is you call them. Hit us, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. So, hey, look, man. This week has been a very fantastic week. A lot of good things are happening, but also kind of scary to take on some new things. But, we're getting straight to it, man. We're in the new boat, so to speak, and so we're learning how to navigate and learning how to float. So that's good right there. Holy moment is shoot, things are flowing. I'm very grateful for that. Dang, life has been pretty interesting. It's getting more interesting. So, I'm excited for future things. As always, man, I'm always looking forward to getting to certain milestones, And so I'm heading there to the next one, and it's going to be an interesting journey. Demonic moment, man. Man, what's the demonic moment? Dang, somebody. Oh my gosh, demonic moment. Yesterday, I went to the gas station, right? And that's not demonic in itself, but I went to the gas station and parked my car at the gas pump.
Well, it could be demonic if you look at the gas prices. But
that was demonic too. But so I get out, getting ready. Now I'm bougie now. According to my lady, I'm bougie, or according to me. I call people that, don't go inside to pay for gas and that just pay for it on the joint with the card. Bougie. Only because
really?
Only because we
BS.
play games like that. Just try to pick on each other, and I found something that I could call her bougie, right? But I'm doing it now, because it's convenient, and all that good stuff. So I get out, getting ready to pump my gas, and this lady, and I had seen her somewhere before on walking on the sidewalk, like crossing the street and stuff like that. Older lady, but she's curvaceous, right? She got extra assets, and but that's besides the point. When I got out the car,
it sounds like it is the point, but go ahead.
No, because it's like one of them bodies that's like overly, you know what I mean? Like it's too much.
Yeah, I hear
so
you.
I'm not even it doesn't impress me. I'm not attracted to it at all.
Impress you?
Yeah.
So other ladies impress you with their curvaceousness?
No, but
where are we going with this story, man?
let me go. Let me doggone finish the story, man.
All right.
You trying to get me in trouble? So I get out the car, getting ready to pump my gas. She comes over. Those like curve poles that go into the ground, like
to stop cars from hitting the thing.
Yeah. So she walked on over to me. She was like, "Hey, friend." She lifts up her leg, wraps it around that thing, and says, "Yeah, I just need a couple of dollars to get a sandwich or something." She said some sandwich. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what is going on with her? Why is she trying to
What kind of
seduce me,
sandwich?
bro? She
Hey, man.
opened up her leg, wrapped one over the joint, and was talking about giving me
Hey,
some change for a sandwich.
hey,
All
man.
like,
She showed.
all like sensual and like softly. I'm over here thinking to myself like, what the heck is she trying to do? Like, you definitely lost anything that I would have even thought of giving you. I
Why?
told her I
What
didn't
is
have.
your problem?
Bro, I'm not. She trying to manipulate me, and like because you added manipulation in there, you have now lost all your chances of getting anything from me.
Oh, so you would have rather it be a guy so he can come up to you and smack you up and
No,
then take your money?
she should have just asked me instead of like opening her legs and then wrapping around the pole, acting all seductive, and all that. That was gross. That was
Hey,
great.
man.
That was
Hey, man.
that
Let's
was
be
gross.
nice.
But when I told her I didn't have any cash, she said, "Well, God bless," and then she walked off. That was nice departure because some people they don't say nothing, they just leave. But she left nicely as she entered nicely as well. But that was gross that she tried to do that to me, thinking that that would help her. To me, that does worse than do any good for you. So that was a demonic moment for me because I definitely didn't appreciate that seductive attempt to try to get me to get her something or to give her something.
You know, there's some people that are just weird like that, though. You know, have you ever met one of those people? They just do weird stuff.
Yeah, I've
You know
seen
what I'm
people like
saying?
that, but I don't know if she's one of those. That's all
Yeah.
I know. Cause I saw her lurking, trying to
Right.
get the next victim. So she's been doing that to try to help
Hey,
her.
man.
Hey, and shoot, it look like it's working. I saw her. She had a drink in her hand and everything is working. So
Hey, man. She got that drink for free.
for free,
Let me tell you, boy.
man. What's up?
Um. So, my week was good. I'll start off with the holy moment. I went to play a soccer match this week, and I didn't even do all that much, man. I was taking it chill because I tend to get a little hot-headed when I'm playing against other people. Um, in this, so the league I play in, right? They're good teams that play together, probably played in high school together, and all of this stuff, and they come in the league that my team plays in, and they just dominate. Man, they smash goals in. You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, you all right? The way you just pointed to your head.
At first it was out, but then after I pointed, then it started working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just come in the league and they smash up other teams, man. I mean, they beat them down. So I get a little heated, like, why y'all playing so hard? Anyway, I was playing more level-headed this game, so I didn't really do too much. I get home, my lower back is cramping, like
Oh, it's cramping,
it's
huh?
tight.
It's
My
tight,
muscles were tight because, mind you, I haven't played in like 8 months.
bro.
I haven't touched a ball in like 8 months.
I remember asking you.
And
I remember
no,
asking.
I don't cramp during the games though.
Oh, during the games, but you cramp after or stuff?
No, I cramp after because I haven't played in like 8 months.
It's so funny because I asked you before you left, and you was like, "Nah, I don't cramp, man. It's all good." And then you came back that night and you cramped. That's kind of funny.
No, it's so when I say cramp, I mean tight, like super tight.
Oh.
Let me finish my story, man. Let me finish because I wasn't done.
All right, go ahead.
So I stretched. I did some hip stretches and I felt great. I felt like normal, like nothing was wrong. Bro, I woke up the next day. Oh, I had to take 3 Advils, man.
What?
I had to take 3 Advils, 2 sea moss. I had to pop a couple vitamin D's. I had to pop. I was done. I had to take a whole 16-ounce drink of electrolytes, straight electrolytes, man. I was finished for like 2 days, man.
Dang.
So
Is that how
I was-
bad it is?
My lungs, like my ribcage in the back, and in the front, I couldn't breathe deep. I'm telling you, bro. Like man, you laughing, man. This is not funny. Anyway. Anyway, man. I'm
Yo, are you serious? Dang.
done.
Your
I
body was
done.
shutting down on you, bro.
Bro, I was done. You can ask the wife, man. I was
No wonder why.
finished.
No wonder why I didn't hear from you. Like I didn't hear from you at all, man. I've been sending
Bro,
you
I was,
messages. This dude's been dead
man,
for 2
forget
days.
your messages, man. I'm trying to recover. Like, my limbs weren't working. So, I'm still sore today, but not as bad, right? So, I'm good. But playing was definitely a holy moment. Demonic moment was what followed. And then another demonic moment, man. I was watching um, a video on YouTube, and I found out that BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts, the things that a lot of girls
Yeah.
want, the curves in the butt nowadays,
Yep.
man, they have the highest mortality rates out of all cosmetic surgeries, man. It's like
Wow.
50% of the girls die
For real?
because they go to doctors that aren't actual surgeons because it's too expensive.
Oh, so you mean the fake joints, the one that they inject the fluids in you type of thing?
They use fat, right? But the difference is when you go to someone who isn't an actual surgeon, they inject the fat into the muscle instead of between the muscle and the skin bottom layer. So they inject it into the muscle and you end up dying most of the time.
Wow.
It's deadly, man. And then another thing, the doctor mentioned, the actual surgeon who was giving the stats on this, he was like, and also we don't know the long-term effects of BBLs because it hasn't been around that long, and we don't know if the skin is going to be sagging, the muscles are going to be drooping long term. So these girls over here getting fake curves.
And that, yeah. And
Yeah.
and that's why like we don't want those type of ladies because it's not natural. So things bad bad things could happen, health risks. Your body's gonna be like discombobulated. It's just not gonna be overall a good thing. You know what I mean? Like that's why we like all natural face, all
Yeah.
natural hair, everything. You know what I mean? Because we know
Everything
what
natural, man.
we're getting, and you know if when it ages, it's gonna age properly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yep. So yeah, that was definitely a demonic moment, man. I was like, wow, this. And he said most of the people getting this, you will not guess which race they are. Guess.
Black girls.
Oh, you guessed. Yeah. Black girls. I was like, wait, but black people
Yeah,
always talking about how they have curves and stuff.
yeah. I mean, I don't. That is funny that it is black girls that what they're the highest.
Yeah. The highest group of people getting these lifts
Wow,
or these procedures.
I would think it. I mean, I would think the highest though would probably be the white girls, or even the Brazilians, man. Shoot, it's called Brazilian butt
True.
lift. You know what I mean? But there are a lot of I'm not gonna get into that because I don't know for sure. But
Yeah.
I would guess the white girls because
I would guess the white or the Asians. We go ahead.
or the Asians because there are a lot of yes, that's what I would
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Anyway, man, let's jump into our topics. I think our holy demonic moments can stand as a video of its own.
Yeah, for real.
Man. So an interesting question that no one really talks about. We kind of talk around it, but we don't talk at the question. And the topic that I thought about was what is it like being a guy?
You know
Right.
what? Sorry. Finish what you wanted to intro.
Well, well, not that we know what it's like not being a guy, but I think society's pointing toward doing guy-like stuff for a lot of things. So your perspective on what it's like being you.
This this is nice and timely for me. I mean, I know we're talking about what it's like being a guy as a individual person or like a human, right? But also like I also want to touch on a little bit what it's like being a guy in a relationship a little bit because that's also something that is a challenge as well or is something I guess people don't get perspective on or maybe the perspective isn't talked about. First,
Right.
what is it like being a guy in society as a human being? To me,
As a human being.
Yeah, yeah. To me, um, it's great. I like being a guy. Um, you know, I feel like I'm being interviewed on like
Yeah, man.
some kind of documentary or something like that. Yeah, what
Yeah,
it's like being a guy? Well, like being a guy is, you walk
man.
and you can feel your John. Nah, um,
Huh?
huh? Uh,
Nah, nothing, man.
fast forward. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what? So being a guy, um, is to me in society is a tough thing only because of the expectations and the restrictions. And are
Yeah.
those? What are some of those? I'll name a some. I would name some of them, but not all of them,
Give
of
us
course.
one of each.
Yeah, one of each. Okay, a restriction is showing emotion. You know, we say this all the time.
Mm.
Like guys, although they want us to show emotion, and they say we can show emotion that we're free to, when we show emotion, we're acting like ladies, or we're not acting masculine, or they start taking down your manly attributes from you when you know you showing emotion, but then they want you to show emotion on their terms. So it's like, what the heck? What kind of
Yeah.
game we got playing over here, baby?
Yeah.
It's very
Uh,
upsetting on how society forms that for men, and so now you have a lot of guys out here that don't know what to do, man. Some cry out of frustration, some cry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're just betwixt and bewizzled, bro. And bewizzled is a
yeah.
new word I just put in the dictionary. Freak out of here, man. We'll be bewizzled out here. We don't know because it's just like yay or nay. But that's one on this on that side, and then
Expectation
yeah,
or restriction.
yeah, restriction. Then expectation is for us to. I had another one, but I suddenly forgot it. But an expectation for guys is to um, be able to take all these lashings, right?
Okay, so carry the load, right?
Carry the load, get out there, work in the sun. You know what I mean? Like lift, um, be what they call manly, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Masculine,
yeah.
bop bop bop, and all that. So to me, being a guy, is very risky in some ways because and what I mean by risky, I mean is that we have a lot of booby traps. It seems you can't talk too
Hmm.
hard. You can't do this. You can't do that. Or
But you
act
gotta
like
be a
this. Act
leader. You
like
gotta
this.
assert yourself.
Exactly. You gotta
You gotta
be
be
a,
confident.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta be a provider. You gotta be a protector. But you gotta be a leader. But then don't lead like this, or you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just so many booby traps of things that go against what manhood is or what a man is supposed to be, and it's very frustrating. But
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, the good things are one of each is being able to um strength, actual physical strength. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you feel good, and and not being able or not having to hold or go through childbirth is an amazing thing. That I'm grateful for.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
and shouts out to the ladies, man. Their bodies got to change for that to happen. And
Hey,
what's up?
go. Sorry, my bad, my bad.
I just think I'm just thankful that we don't have to go through that. And then another one is yeah, man. Um, eating, bro. Eating. Um, as far as my body type, I can eat a lot of stuff and not blow up, but that doesn't mean I do that. But I can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as a
Mm-hmm.
guy, that's good because a lot of ladies worry about that. Oh, I'm we get it. You know how they do. I'm bro. Yeah, you know how they do.
We can go bald without it looking bad, right?
Okay, okay.
It's
As
not
well,
that bad.
some dudes' heads be looking like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're
you
not
know.
talking about them, But compared to a lady, if a lady's going bald, that's a no-no in our society.
Oh
That's what it
yeah,
seems like.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But when a dude's going bald, you make fun of him a little bit, you get over it, and that's done. But for a lady, it's like ongoing forever. Um, a restriction. I'm gonna go with how you laid it out. What it's like being a guy, and also to our audience, we don't talk about these topics before we get on here. So we're literally brainstorming
I know.
as
Yeah,
we're
we're really
talking
having a
about this.
conversation right here.
Yeah. Yep. Straight up. So we just say, hey, this is what we want to talk about, and then we talk about it today. Um, a restriction for guys, I would have to say a restriction is uh, exerting strength, showing dominance, right? Because that goes with what you said. The good part about being a guy is we're physically acute, like we're strong physically. So if we're strong physically, we should be able to act physically strong, obviously without harming others. But at the same time, we can't act any type of tough because it doesn't feel good for other people. So a restriction is restricting our sense of being a man, which a good portion of it just comes from our strength. And the strength isn't just strength, right? It's based on all of these things in our bodies. You got the chemicals, you got the hormones, you got the,
Yeah.
the bones, the muscle, the ligaments, the heart, the lungs, all of that. So if you say we get in a wrestling match with a lady, we have to chill out a little bit. That's the reason why we don't hit our ladies.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
But
Because of strength.
yeah. I understand. When you're married, you can wrestle in different ways. Amen.
No, I don't. Shoot, what kind of marriage? So let's dive into this real quick. What kind of wrestling are you doing? Because
Hey
the only
man,
wrestling I know is pinning them down and getting points.
we ain't talking about that type of wrestling, man. You know what it is, man.
No, I don't.
We,
So, guys, if you remember a while ago, I mentioned to y'all that this guy likes his lady
hey,
strong.
hey, whoa, chill out with that.
So, hold
That
on. Let
is
me finish my
that is
thought,
crazy
man.
right
Let me
there.
finish. You started this, so I'm gonna finish
Hey,
this.
no,
And
ain't no finish.
it's if y'all go back to season 1, I was constantly saying this guy likes to get choked, he likes to get pushed around, he likes to
Wrong,
get handled.
wrong.
And he just said that he would like to wrestle with his wife. Hey, look, that's up to you. That's
Why
your
why
personal
is D
business.
acting like he don't know what we talking about, man? Somebody
Hey,
somebody drop
man.
it down in the comments at this timestamp. Tell D what we talking about, B. If you
Hey,
married,
look.
there's a special type of wrestling you do. You know what I'm
Hey, man, it's called intimacy.
saying?
That's what I call it. I don't know what kind of intimacy you're going to be having, but it sure isn't what I'm doing. I think you're going to be you're going to be getting beat or something like that. Something similar to that. I don't know, man, but to each his or her own, right? Um, um, but yeah, we have a big restriction on our physical prowess.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a restriction.
Mm-hmm.
And then an expectation, I think that goes right in hand with what you said. An expectation is for us to be more emotionally inclined. As far as I understand, a more emotionally inclined person tends to be the ladies. So,
Exactly, bro.
right, we're expected to not be how we are, and then we're expected to be more like how we were not really inclined to be, and it's really weird to think about.
It
Like,
is.
oh, you're, yeah. So that's an interesting one. We could talk about that a little bit more. But one good thing that I have concerning being a guy is more than likely you could walk pretty much anywhere without feeling like someone's gonna attack you.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about, but I couldn't think of how to say it in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, like you can walk around and you feel okay. But if a lady walk around and then like how they dress today, and not even speaking about that, but just even if you're a lady, somebody might be more inclined to come get you. You know.
Unless you in jail, then Debo gonna get you, whether or not you're a guy or lady, right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, man.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
But did you finish your point about this side
The
of
good
things?
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Did you have the bad part or no?
Oh, so good and bad part. Well, a bad part about being a guy, um, hmm.
And I guess bad part. I think you mentioned the bad part, which is what you just said.
Oh, if you end up in jail, you no. Yes.
No, no, no.
I
Actually, not like not
mean,
that point, but like how we're not like the physical stuff that you mentioned.
oh yeah, the restriction part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Were you gonna say something?
No, so I wanted to take it to not the relationship space as being a
Go
guy
ahead, man.
in the relationship space because now and here go the ladies. What he about to say? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Man, as the guy in a relationship, man, it is very, um, it can get tricky, man. It can get tricky because, as we know, like we just said, the lady's more emotional, and then the guy is expected not to be, right? You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
They like the guy's expected not to be. Not saying, not not saying what he really is and what he isn't. Like if he is or isn't, they just expect you to, handle them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the type of guy that they want. They want a guy that can be emotionally strong. You see what I'm saying? But what's the unfair part is why are you guys allowed to throw yourselves on us like that? What make you
Mm,
think like we want that? You know what I mean? Like
that's
I know
true.
there's plenty of guys that know what I mean when we say that is that because the ladies are emotional and some ladies might have more heightened stages than others, but because they respond emotionally a lot, they expect us to just eat up all that they throw up at us,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's not right because if it
Yeah.
was vice versa, how would it look? You know.
Right.
And so that part I don't appreciate because um it just doesn't um make things flow um at an easier pace, when you guys have those times and then just soak in those emotions and don't
Mm-hmm.
have any really you know good processing there. It's like almost no processing. It just comes out,
Yeah.
and it's not
Right.
processed through any type of lens. It's just like spilling out. I'm
Right.
like, bro, what? Like, let's look at what's going on. Don't just be. And so yeah, that's my frustration there, as a guy. Do you have any thoughts on that, or
And
lady?
you know what? To be honest, a lot of ladies say, I want an emotionally intelligent guy, so, he would be able to be there emotionally with me. But the funny thing is, if you put a lady in the position of a guy, like say you're in a relationship and she's just throwing up all this emotional stuff at you and blah blah blah. If you turn the roles around, as let me put it this way, she's there, you're there, and she's throwing up all the emotional stuff at you. If you take her and replace you with her and then have her throw her emotional stuff at her, she still wouldn't be able to handle it. You
I
see where
know.
I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So they expect us to be both physically and emotionally sound, um so that we can handle, but it's like we're not here to handle your emotions. I think that's part of growing up. You have to learn how to do that and then communicate it properly.
Exactly. Exactly because, we're in this together. It's not I handle you, you handle me. Let's
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to blend You know, it's not one
Yeah.
sided, man. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one side is in charge. I think we're both
Mm-hmm.
we're both learning together and growing together. Like that's how it has to be. It can't be you take all the responsibility, or on this side or that side. It's like let us help each other accomplish our goals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like let's walk
Right.
this together. It's a walk. Just like when you're walking with Christ, there's a part you have to play, and there's a part that He does. And so there's a
Mm-hmm.
walking together in that journey. And so when we look at the relationship, that has to be that balance as well. Like it's nothing where, um, it's just on one person, and there's no responsibility or actions that the other part needs to take. That is definitely
Yep.
not going to be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had it right, man. Like the way we are made, we're not just created to have expectations of you should know how to do this before you get with me.
Mm-hmm.
If that were the case, Adam would have been created with the emotional capability to handle Eve. I think it's something you learn.
Something you
I don't think
learn,
it's something
bro.
you're born right. And to your point exactly, I think that's exactly why it's good to get married and then get to know each other. But a lot of people are
A lot of people
expecting
call you
the other
crazy for that.
side. Hey, man, maybe I am
Yeah,
crazy, but you
bro.
know what? I'm good with that.
Yeah, and can I make a comment before you move forward?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and there's people that I know that agree with that statement, for many different reasons. But people now are scared because of all these different things that are implemented in marriage now. You know what I'm saying? And all
Mm-hmm.
these cases we see. So people don't do that because of the
Yeah.
fears and the possibilities that may come with that. And
Yeah.
it's just pretty sad this time and age because that's how things are, and it makes sense why people are scared to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
from looking at that perspective, yeah, that isn't a bad thing to do, because you always are
Yeah.
gonna learn or be learning and growing. But I'll talk after.
The topic is, what is it like being a guy? What is it like being a guy? Interestingly enough, last week, I was watching a show and I found out that the domestic abuse case for guys and girls abuse guys more. At
Bro,
least the
because
reported ones.
bro, I know, yeah, wow, what that's a good one to add, like the reported ones, because how many guys are out there being spanked around and not saying it because they probably
Man.
feel like if they say something, oh, they soft. If they say something, how
Yep.
can you let your lady be beating on you or doing this to you, talking you to crazy, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's probably why a lot of guys don't report it, but there probably is a lot more cases which aren't
Yep.
reported, bro. I would
Yep.
definitely believe it's probably higher than the ones that are reported
Much, much higher.
because as a guy,
Much.
you're expected to tough it up, suck it up,
Yeah.
go through. You know what I'm saying? Man up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Yep.
can't show
Yep.
anything. You can't show that something is tough or something, or that you don't like something, because if you show it like that, oh, you're not man enough, you're not tough, you're soft, you can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But there's things
Mm-hmm.
that you shouldn't be trying to handle.
Yeah.
Especially in a relationship setting. So yeah, it's sad, man.
Yeah. And so that's part of what it's like being a guy. I mean, what do you do about these things when you hear that, the domestic cases are really high when it comes to how often ladies put their hands on men or emotionally abuse them, which they're asking for us to be emotionally intelligent, but at the same time, they are more likely to emotionally abuse us because I think so here's what it's like being a guy. When you're with a lady, it seems as though you're supposed to be physically sound. You're supposed to be able to handle the labor, mow the lawn, take out the trash, do this, do that in the house, fix this, fix that. And then when it comes to the emotional side, you're supposed to be able to sit and listen and think through all her emotional stuff, know when to give advice, know when not to give advice, to
bro,
just listen.
bro,
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
all real
Know when
stuff, man.
yeah, know when to want to fix the issue and when to just let it be.
Let it be. Hi,
Yeah,
ay, ay.
know when to control the way you say things and how aggressive you are with saying things, even though you're feeling frustrated. Like
Exactly.
it's a
Bro,
lot
this
that we
is
have to do.
young guys, man.
Just
This is the science behind all the
it's
mixed
a,
messaging, bro. He's giving you the actual DNA what's going on, bro. This is
yeah,
real
what's going
things.
on? It's a lot, man. And then on top of that, you're supposed to know when to make decisions and when to kind of relax a little bit, so she can also be involved in making the decisions. As a leader, if you're not leading properly, she might end up taking over and pushing for her to lead the situation because you're not competent enough. As a guy, you have to understand that maybe I'm just not at my peak level of leadership, but will she allow me to grow? Will she chill out? Will she be able to allow me to grow into that leadership and confidence that she wants in me without putting me down or without doubting me whenever I make a mistake or something? Because you will make mistakes as a guy.
Exactly, bro.
So,
And you're
yeah.
not gonna be 100% in all categories, and that's the thing. Like a lot of ladies now just want it, just want you to be that built guy. Have the
Oh,
finances,
yeah.
have this. I was watching. Actually, I'm not done with it, but I was watching the roommates, the ladies' night segment that they do,
Hmm.
and yeah, and one of the ladies was like, yeah, I want him to be, like properly established. A lot of ladies want you to be like, this
Yeah.
guy where you just have it all, and emotionally have it all, and they just could
Yeah.
enter in and have fun with the house type of thing.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
anything they want. Oh, I
yeah.
don't, I want that. Get it for them.
Yeah.
The boom boom room. You
Ay,
know,
ay, ay.
I don't want to exercise. Boom, or you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
just want to be free like that. But
yeah.
what sense does that make if you don't want us to reciprocate the same thing to you?
Right, right,
They want to do all that to
right.
us, but once we want to do something to them, oh,
You can't. Chill
oh,
out.
you
What
know,
a some
it's
guy you are.
yeah, it's like what you want me to do something? You want to do that? You want to? It's so all I'm saying is, man, is that ladies gotta have the understanding that we're both are learning things and learning how to do things. We don't know everything.
Hmm.
It's not something
Hmm.
you're not gonna be perfectly equipped. You're gonna
Right.
be learning new things and things that you maybe should have known, but now are learning. It's just gonna be. We're not
Hmm.
we're not androids that come equipped with all assets and features. We have to
Right.
we have to improve somewhere. So
Yep.
if they don't understand that, then that's gonna be a problem, man.
Man, the finances part is a huge part that you said. Because, I mean, yo, when we get out of college, we spend a couple years in the down lows. Like, maybe until our mid 30s, we start making a decent amount of money.
Hmm.
Um, what about when it comes to, shoot, I forgot all about, oh, man, it left my mind.
Ay ay ay.
Hey, hey, but do you think we spent enough time talking about this? Because we have
Yeah.
another big body topic to talk about,
Yeah,
man.
I think we spent some good money on this. We spent some good money.
We did.
Yeah, we spent some
We'll,
good
we'll, we'll
money.
touch on it later. If you guys have any thoughts or other ways we could dive into this topic, DM us or comment it below, and we'll be sure to get to it. Because
Yeah.
we have a whole season of topics, but we'll be able to fit your guys' stuff in there.
Yeah. And more of the story, man, we just want to be able to be treated fairly. You know,
Right.
let's be level headed, and let's treat each other fairly, and not have a lopsided relationship. That's all we ask.
Yep, yep. Give us the room to be guys.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Hey, for example, if a guy came up to you and started talking trash to you, man, he's getting a jaw. He's getting something. Like,
He's getting jaw
you
jacked.
know,
He's getting jaw jacked.
right. So if a lady comes up to you and starts talking trash to you, what's your natural inclination as a guy? Is to get aggressive, to raise your voice, to get in her face. But we can't do that just because she's a lady, but she's talking like a dude. What it's like being a guy is just
Hey.
interesting ways to navigate situations like that. We have to not be ourselves.
Yeah, shoot. You
But
mess
anyway,
around. Yeah. you mess around and talk to the wrong guy that don't give a doggone about any of that. He
It's
jaw jacking
facts.
her. He jaw jacking
Facts.
her. So hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Hmm.
let's move forward, man, to the next
Let's
topic,
move forward, man. What you got for us, man?
man. So as we were thinking, I think last week or a couple weeks ago, about how we see the dynamic of the household and stuff like that, and if you want a certain household,
Mm,
how maybe it should be built. Um, Man,
okay.
let's talk about, bro. Should wives be stay-at-home moms, or
Oh man.
yeah, man, and on this topic, let me be clear and not say, um, in general. Well, let me not. Okay, I'm just saying wives don't have to be stay-at-home moms to
No,
be
they don't.
successful moms. Um,
I okay. I hear you.
yeah, Yeah, so that's what I just want to throw out there before people think we're saying,
Uh
well,
huh.
all wives must be stay-at-home wives to be whatever. But what are your thoughts on
Okay.
that, bro?
Okay. On what you just said, I definitely agree. There are many ways to skin a cat.
Huh?
That's how the saying goes. That's how the saying goes, man.
Skip
Come
what
on,
cat? What?
man.
What?
In Africa, we eat all of it. Anyway, there are many ways to dissect.
Oh
Hey, you African too,
wow!
man. So chill out.
Hey man, I ain't never ate no
Uh
cats.
huh. Hey, man. He doesn't want to tell y'all, man. Don't be proud, man. Be proud of where you come from. You
Is
feel
that
me?
huh? Okay. Well,
Uh-huh. Yeah. There are many ways to dissect a situation, but overall, there is the most efficient way to do it. And interestingly enough, I will say that since like the late 1900s, it's been more societally acceptable to go about doing things outside of the home for the lady. So let me put it this way: before the early to late 1900s or mid 1900s, a lot of women did stuff from the home. You wouldn't find a woman going out doing the same job as a man unless maybe you have one-offs and stuff. But ladies definitely had stuff to do outside of the home, but it wasn't to the point of where they're doing outside of the stuff outside of the home and then saying that they would be able to support the home. That wasn't a all around socially generally acceptable thing. Maybe every once in a while you'll come across those ladies, and there was nothing wrong with those ladies. They did what they did, this and that. But the interesting thing is, some months ago, I heard a lady on YouTube talking about how she changed her mind about how she is working and then the husband is working. And then when they bring their money together, they're able to take care of the home and stuff. She said, I quit my job and I stayed home. And my husband was making about $80,000 a year and we were okay. How could she possibly say that? She can only say that when she humbles herself about what money can do and drives her attention toward how we can make this money work for us. Maybe we don't need a
mm,
big behind 4 or 5 bedroom house at the age of 30, 35 years old to be able to call ourselves comfortable. What can you bring to the table that this person isn't bringing to the table that can help the house thrive? And man, when you go about it that way, you begin to actually take account of everything that's going on around you because he's tired, she's tired, the kids are back from school. Who's going to really do stuff with the kids apart from on the week? It's like, should wives stay at home? I think they can stay at home once we move past this idea that both people need to be working to make the household work. That's not true. I personally don't think that's true.
you said what again?
Both people need to be working outside of the home to make sure the home works. I don't think that's true at all. I think if one person is working and the other person is managing the money very well, the household will be just fine. You know what I'm saying? If say okay, so
Yeah.
say your man is making $50,000 a year. If you're in debt, then that's a different case because you, generally speaking, we should be smart enough to not be in debt. Being in debt is a normal thing, but it's not normal to be in debt. It's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're in debt 50K. Okay, that's not a good thing. Oh, but
Yeah.
everyone is in debt. But
Nah,
that doesn't
everyone.
make it a good thing.
Yeah, man.
You see? So if your man is earning $50,000 a year, but you need more money coming in because you're in debt, well, I guess you need more money coming in
You
because
got
you're
to
in debt.
complete the
That I guess
mission.
you have to work
You
outside.
got you got to complete the
That's
mission. You know.
that's how it is. You know, that's how they trap the family. Put you in debt, so both of you have to work outside of the home. Oh, guess what? Guess who's taking care of your children? The government. Guess who's taking care of your children? The nannies, the babysitters, this and that. So if you're in debt, I guess you have to figure out a way around it. But if we have a normal family, no debt, the man is working, I think it's wise for the woman to stay at home and then do something from the home. Can you start a business? Can you start a small business? Because guess what? The work that your husband is doing isn't guaranteed, right? So I'm going a little too far in deep, man. You have anything to say
Yeah, yeah.
before
You,
I
you, you,
before
you was about to go to businesses and corporations have, but no. I agree with a lot of those points, and um should so from that perspective, yes, it is a good thing to look at how we're going to complete the mission, and I think that should be, I think there should be some type of goal setting for the family anyway. But
Yeah.
should women have should all women be stay at home moms? I don't think they all should, because based on the type of, based on what their purpose is, as their own individual as well. Because let's not forget that we both have things that we are purpose to do, you know, individually, you know, and then also as a family, there's a purpose too, but there's also that individual purpose, and so we don't want to be as husbands selfish in that way and try to force our wives to stay at home if it's something in them that they want to do in their purpose, right? So maybe that might be something that they have to work outside the home for, but you got to find that balance of how you're gonna make it work, depending on the mission you guys have for yourselves as a family. So it might be conflicting, but but that's where you guys got to figure out how to make that operate. Um, so I do think based on the family's goal, and based on how you guys want to build your family, um, if there are some that might there are some situations that may make sense if the wife stay at home, and there's others that gives that flexibility for you both to uh, work outside the home, or one work outside the home and one work inside. Like whatever, however it should fit there. But um, yeah, I think definitely um, what I just lost my train of thought. Um, I think that uh, definitely don't blot out your wives or the wives um, purpose as well, because then she will be unhappy and not be all into the mission, as well. So there's that balance there as well, I think.
Let me ask you a question, right? So I'm going back to the biblical roots, and this isn't what I think women should be doing at all. Um, when Adam and Eve they were created, God gave them a purpose. Uh, the purpose was to be fruitful and multiply. God also gave them dominion, both of them. both of them dominion over everything, right? Over all the land, over the seas, whatever you call it. So our purpose isn't tied to what kind of job we want to do.
Exactly.
So I'm confused when you say don't try to stifle your wife's purpose. What do you mean by that?
So it's not necessarily the job, but it's what's in her to do. You, you know what I mean? Like it's what's in her, like
What
the
she
like
That's where
yeah
I'm getting confused.
yeah like yeah because when you think of purpose, it's usually action. You know what I mean? Like it's action. Doing something that you purpose to do or that you have purpose in is action that you doing that's action. So it's not necessarily job, but it's fulfillment. As what you have in you to do.
What fulfills her?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But that can get very dangerous because here's the thing. You have a wife with 3 kids whose purpose she feels fulfilled when she goes to work for 12 hours, 4 or 5 times a week as a nurse to take care of other people. That's how she feels fulfilled. But she's got 3 kids at home.
Hmm.
Is Do you not find her purpose a little, not that it's wrong, but do you not find her purpose not conducive to the family?
Well, so and that's what I was talking about. Where you got to find a balance. You know what I mean? Because if a person like that was working 5 days a week, of course anybody would be exhausted, and things will start to deteriorate. But that's why you got to find a balance there. Like how much, makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This day a week, that day a week. How much? What's the balance there? That's where you guys got to both break it down and figure that out because it's just not one suit for everybody to wear. There's definitely levels to that. So that's what I'm talking about when I bring up um, figuring that out because that's a challenge. That's a challenge. Like if that's your wife's you know if that's your wife's you know passion and thing that she really wants to do, y'all got to figure that out and come to some kind of blueprint that will work for the family. And so with anything that um in this case your wife wants to do, I gotta find what works. You know, what do you think about that?
I think it's an interesting way you're taking it. Trying to balance the fulfilling a certain because um working, say the nurse thing, that fulfillment, that's an honorable feeling purpose. That's honorable. That's a good thing. But I'm not talking about all the other kinds of fulfillment that are out there in women nowadays. And the interesting thing about that is the fulfillment in people, it's changing as time moves forward. It's going from putting energy and effort into making sure the family is good in all places to my fulfillment seems to be coming from outside of the family now, right? I think it's a good thing when your fulfillment is outside of the family, but that's not a thing for all women. I'm talking about generally speaking women. So not all women, not most women are going to have a fulfillment outside of family. And I can say that because a woman's fulfillment changes, especially when you find a woman who's worked in the nursing industry for 5, 6 years. They tell you they don't really like it like that. If their husbands were to make enough money so they could stay home, they would do it. You won't find a lot of women who say, no, I'm good. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. A lot of women don't like it. So that fulfillment, it's fleeting. It comes and goes. It replaces voids. Like if she doesn't have kids by 30 and she's still a nurse, oh, well, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. It fulfills me. I'm good. I get enough money. I can live. Fulfillment replaces that void of having something more meaningful. So that's why I'm saying you can't really base the the state of the relationship based on what fulfills her.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm
no,
saying? Because
you don't want to do that. No.
yeah, because there's already a purpose designed for us, but we're finally finding something else to fulfill us. We're not really fulfilled by this purpose anymore fully and working around fulfilling that purpose. We're working around taking care of the purpose God has put in our lives to a certain degree, and then like trying to balance it with another kind of fulfillment that we have found in this world. You see what I'm saying? It's like weird.
Well, I mean, if you want to put it like that, it can go vice versa. You know what I mean? Like the guy for finding fulfillment in what he's doing as well. But see the fulfillment word, that's what's making it sound drastically different, because it's like if you don't do it, uh, then I mean, actually, and yeah, that's actually, you know, because on the one hand, we have a mission, you know, as a family unit to do certain
Yeah.
things, and to really, you know, nurture that, right? But then there's just like, well, okay, this is a good example. Just like when there's a pastor with a family, right? I hear pastors say this all the time. There's pastors with a family, you know, wife, kids, and stuff like that. He has to understand, and I hear, you know, pastors say this as well. Like they have to understand that the family comes first.
Right.
So it's
Right.
so what I'm about to name here is is all the different levels of that man being him, right? You know, there's a pastor side, there's the father side, and there's what he does, you know, for work probably, or maybe that is the work. The point is, I hear pastors say all the time that they have to understand that they have to take care of that the family comes first, and then
Right.
their ministry and what I guess their purpose is in, you know, what they do, you know, for their life and how they earn a living or whatever, is in the ministry. That comes after the family. But a lot of pastors struggle with that balance because, you know, when you work for God in that sense, you know, you think all your time is supposed to be spent in the ministry because, you know,
Right.
you're doing that type of work. And so you
Exactly.
don't want to, you know, not spend as much time as possible because you feel like you might be selling yourself short. So
Man.
so
Yeah.
with that example, it's like the family still comes first, but you have another you have another purpose. You have a purpose
Right.
outside the family. So it's
Right.
not like the family is not being looked at. If you know how to balance it right, the family will be taken care of. But then outside the family, what you do outside there, that's the purpose that you have as an individual. You see, did that make more sense now? Of how
Well,
of like
it's
what I was
different
thinking?
when you come. Yeah, but it's different when you come to God's word, right? Because that's a ministry. That is, that's you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And then also your ministry could be in other arenas as well outside of the church too.
When it involves the church, that's a ministry.
Well, I mean yes, but
You can't
if
you can't be you can't be a financial analyst for a company and say, "Oh, my ministry is in finance for
oh
a
no,
corporate
true
company."
true. I'm just saying when it comes to the things of God, you know, we're sojourners wherever we go, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you can really be in God's use anywhere you go is what I'm saying. You know, it don't gotta be just in the church.
Well, particularly speaking, from my understanding, you're being used by God in the utmost way when you are proclaiming the gospel in some way, right? You can't just say, "I'm a nice, great person. I do good things, so I'm being used by God." Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
yes, but it's not really the purpose. So I get what you're saying by the man being a pastor and by him having a family, but he has a purpose as a man, to his wife and children and the family, and then he has a purpose also to the ministry. But those are two different kinds of purpose. If his purpose as a man, to his family gets diminished, his ministry shouldn't really be there. He needs to take care of this first, right? That's a very difficult thing. That's a heavy load to lift. Do we need both the man and the woman lifting that heavy of a load? Personally, I don't think so. I personally think the load is being lifted in the family and outside the family because that's what supports the family, right? So you're saying if the woman also has a purpose outside the family, her fulfillment as a nurse or something outside of the family has to help the family.
Politician.
And right, and the only way that can help the family is money. The only reason why you're not a stay-at-home wife is to get money. That's what it boils down to for me. It's physical stuff. It's monetarily things. So
Well,
go ahead,
ladies,
go ahead, go ahead.
and ladies, go ahead and get him. Yeah, I mean, he was asking for a stabbing, so he set himself
Hey,
up.
you're the holy duo.
Hey,
If you
nah.
stab me, he's right behind me. It's gonna go straight to him
First,
through.
first
It's
of
gonna
all,
go.
I ain't behind
Yoink,
you,
yoink.
B. I ain't. What
Hey,
am I
man.
doing behind you? Wait, what?
Not that close, man. Chill, man.
Hey,
Come
yo,
on, man.
hold on with
You're
that.
not touching me. I didn't say you were
Hey,
touching
yo,
me or
you
anything
said I'm
like
right
that.
behind you.
You're
Hey,
right
man.
behind me, man.
Hey.
Have you ever stood in line before? You're right behind the
Nah,
other dude,
bro.
man.
We ain't playing those games.
What do you mean?
We ain't playing.
I don't know what
we
games
ain't
you
playing those
playing, man.
penitentiary games, dog.
Hey, nah, man. Chill out, man.
Yo, we ain't playing those games, B. Hey,
Nah, man.
scratch
You
what
ain't
he
that
said.
close,
I don't
man.
know about nothing being behind him. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
man.
Yo,
Hey, man.
I'm next. I'm in the other country, man.
Where you? What do you mean, man? We're the holy duo. You right next to me, man.
Yo, he going
You
solo
know?
on his last phrase he said. He going solo.
Nah. I'm gonna cut that out.
Holy
man.
solo. Nah, but yeah, I mean, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments, man. I think what it boils down to is where your family mission is going, or how you want to structure your family. You know, it really will determine what routes you guys take for working. You know, if both of y'all want to work, one of you guys work in the home business, you know, doing a business together, like whatever it is. I think it really is based on how you guys want to structure your family, and
Yeah.
and also the circumstances that you guys are in at the moment. You know, maybe you guys want to get to doing your own business, but you got to start from level one, which is working for other people. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends on the circumstance, I think, and then where you want to go.
Um. Okay. That's your final thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For you know, should all wives be stay at home moms?
Yeah. I hear that. So I guess my final thoughts would be: should all wives be stay at home? I mean, it's not a rule, but I think it's the most efficient way to go about it. And like he said, I think there should be some kind of goal toward, you know, does my wife really want to work her whole life? Like, is that really something? And maybe that should be a conversation you have before you're getting married. If you're the type of guy to want to be with a lady like that, that's cool. That's up to you. Do your thing. But, you know, the way the society is now and how society has always been, you don't want someone raising your kids. At least that's not the most efficient way to do it. If you got to do it, you got to do it. You got to go to work, both of you. But you don't want that. So if the wife can stay home and if y'all can manage your money to make sure that, you know, everything is good at home, have her stay home, start a business. You know what I mean? You can manage your money. You don't need a whole lot of money to start a business, man. It's like people are making, the society is making us think money is everything, but family comes before money, man. So
yeah, and we both want to retire our wives, you know, in a sense of them not having to work, you know, at least being in a position where they don't have to work, you know.
Yeah, and if you don't have to work, I don't know why you would go to work.
Yeah.
If you do go to work, it'll be for like once or twice a week, and
You
I'm
can
not
if
sure.
you want to, but
You know,
you know.
I'm not sure there are employers out there
If
who
you
are
wanna
looking
get an
for
extra
people to work once or twice a week.
Yeah, if you want to get an extra activity to do, I guess you can pick up a, you know what I mean, a 1 or 2 dayer.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah. So no, all wives shouldn't be stay-at-home wives, but the general sense of it, I think most women do want to stay home and take care of the family and nurture and love and make sure everyone is good. I think it's in her desire to do that. I'm not a woman, but according to how things work between men and women in the family, it should be that way. And today we can see that people are trying to teach your kids things that should not be taught. So at the end of the day, you know, it's up to the family, but I find it that also one more thing before I go, I learned a little fact some time ago that, you know, after the kids leave the home in her later stages of life, the woman tends to be more apt toward a more aggressive state. And so as to say that she is able to be more business mind oriented. So once your kids leave the home, you're an empty nester or whatever have it, your kids are on their own. It's better for the woman to actually do those kind of things, to work, to do businesses, to this, and because she has the freedom to. She doesn't have to worry so much about her kids and stuff like that.
She got the extra energy, and then
exactly.
Hey, I heard they still ready to rumble, but the guy is on a tumble.
Hey, yet so it's the woman isn't supposed to be in the home forever. It's not a prison. Yeah. It's a place and time and season to benefit the family.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking
anyway,
about, though,
man.
right? You know what I'm talking about, though, like
yeah. Chill out, man. Hey, let's move on to the next section, and this is our interactive segment, man.
Yay!
Today we got top 5 accessories, man.
Top 5
fashion accessories, right? So go ahead and list to me your top 5 fashion accessories that are a must-have for you. If these were the only accessories that you wore on top of your normal top and bottom clothes, that's all you would wear.
Bro, so coming in at number 5, and the reason why this is number 5, and by the way, I don't have my list written down, but as I'm gonna be talking, I'll write it down right now. But number 5, because I don't wear these too often, I don't have it higher ranked, but I have worn this, and I haven't worn this lately, but I do have one. I just don't wear it often. So coming in at number 5 is a very stylistic piece. It's not needed, but it's like when you have it, it's like, oh snap, that's some good icing on top. Coming in at number 5 is our hats. I'm talking about dressy hats, stylistic hats. Yeah, man, hats, bro.
I don't know if hats are my thing, man. I've never really worn them like that.
Yeah, hats are my big thing. That's why I don't like, wear them a lot, and I don't have many pieces. But when you have on a nice piece that you can match a nice hat with, it's like, facts. Man, he's going somewhere over there.
Hey, that's facts, man. Okay, my number 5 would have to be a bracelet. A bracelet. You got your watch on one hand. You got the bracelet on the other to kind of balance the sides. So my number 5 would be a bracelet, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
Bracelets. And like what type of bracelets? Like silver, gold?
We deal with the, if it has a leather finish to it, that's nice. If it's got, I don't like to flash with my bracelets too much, so a silver piece would
you don't like
cool.
with flash. He doesn't like flashy. You almost got to see. I was hoping you said flash so I can be like, hey, go get him, son. But you saved yourself like to get snatched, to get the bracelet snatched off. I was hoping you said flashy so that they can get nasty, but you said leather. So you saved yourself, man. You almost got you almost got
what's your number 4, man?
Number 4, man. Number 4. I'm a little betwixt a little bit because there's some good there's some good accessories here, man. But I'm gonna probably go with a bracelet for number 4.
Okay.
A bracelet. I never wore a bracelet except for like them the gym bracelets joints, the plastic one. Yeah. So I mean, those have been my experiences. I never had like the real fashion type bracelets, but bracelets, they definitely could go well with some nice outfits. So bracelets, I like that.
Facts, man. Okay, my number 4 would be, I don't usually wear this all the time because I'm still in the process of finding things that can go with it well, because nowadays things are made to go with this very much. But suspenders, man, I enjoy suspenders. And the things that aren't made to go with suspenders very much nowadays are the pants. The type of pants they make, these are like between the crotch and the waist. It's a short distance. You need a long distance. You need a long distance
joint. Why are you trying to hold our long johns like that, bro? I don't need all that tightness, bro. Man. And when you wear suspenders, your joints be looking like you having wedgies, You look like Steve Urkel,
Yes.
dog, for real.
Yes, you
Grandpa
do.
Axel
See,
outside there, bro.
you need some grease up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you need some pants to go with that. But yeah, number 4 for me is definitely suspenders. Um, just so classy, man. What's your number 3?
Man, number 3, I gotta go with watches. I gotta go with watches. Number 3, man.
Oh, look at that.
I
Look
gotta.
at that. For me, number 3 was necklace.
Oh, for
Necklace, man.
real.
What? Yes, man. I love my necklaces, man.
Okay.
I don't like the Jesus pieces or the cross pieces on there or anything like that. Just a plain old nice necklace
Oh,
to finish off the attire.
the headless necklaces.
Yeah. Those are nice. So that's my number 3.
Okay. Hey, coming in at number 2 for me, chains. Chains as well, bro. Chains, bro. Like when you have a nice, when you have a nice chest, a chain make it look the best. For some reason, putting a chain on your chest, it make your chest look bigger. For some reason,
This guy is so hood, man. You are a hood, man.
Bro.
You didn't say necklace. You said chains, man.
Chains,
That's how y'all know he's snatching people's bicycle chains out here.
Chains, man.
And just put it on his neck.
Wrap chains around your neck, B. Ain't no, yeah, B. Let it glow, let it shine. But no, when you have a chain on your chest, it make your chest look bigger for some reason. It make you look more tough. It make you look more tough. Hey, I'm telling you, watch, look at DMX with a chain and without a chain. Tell me which one look tougher, him with a chain or without a chain.
DMX doesn't really. He wears the big tough chains, man. He don't wear the little accessory type chains. He wears a tough one. Like you see his chains.
His chains,
Wow.
bro. His chains, yo, take him to a different level. So change for number 2.
Okay, number 2 for me is a watch, man. You can get a either classic piece watch or you can. I didn't put any of my accessories on. I completely forgot, man. Before we started, I was cleaning up and stuff, so I took stuff off. But man, a watch could either make your outfit or it could make it plain and boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I like the watches that don't do too much, man. The watches that's like
Yeah.
overly, I'm like, bro, I don't like it. It's just too much for me.
I know.
I feel like I'm at risk, and I feel like it's doing damage to the outfit.
Exactly.
I like
exactly.
I like the watches that are like classy and not like all shiny and sparkle glow. Like I like that in between, not too
Yeah.
plain and not too shiny. I like that in between where it's like when you look at it, it's like, oh, gentleman watch.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It just
Supposed to
fits.
compliment.
Compliment, bro. It's a
Yeah.
nice, it's an excellent touch to the outfit.
It sure is, man. What's your number 1?
Hey, coming in at number 1. Now I gotta give a little intro to this one because this one, this one is the thing that I think this takes your outfit. It could take your outfit to the moon. The reason why I say that is because it just makes you look serious and makes you look like you're about that action. Security guards wear this sometimes. People of high status wear this sometimes.
Okay.
But the accessory that I want to bring in at number 1 that could take your outfit take your look to a whole nother level is shades. Shades, bro. Shades give you that ultimate, classy, ultimate, it gives you that shine, man. It gives that touch where when people see you with a suit and shades, you're Blade.
See, that's the time you went the other direction. Okay, shades are cool. Shades are sleek, man.
And it got
Okay.
benefits too. Block your eyes from the sun.
That's
does,
true.
It does more than just look good.
That's true, man. Hey guys, y'all should have shades, man. I'm not denying that at all, actually. But for my number 1, I went with ring, a ring. It's not.
He had to say that, B.
No. Have you
Yes.
ever seen a guy? So in the Ghanaian culture, you generally speaking, the higher up in status you go, the more rings you see on their fingers. And I'm not talking about a wedding ring. If you have a wedding ring on, that's a different type of accessory. But I've never been the one to wear rings casually. But whenever I see a dude with the ring on that's not a wedding ring, and it goes with the outfit, it does something with the outfit. It does something to the outfit. It makes you think, oh snap, what is that? Like, it does something. It's different. It's a nice little touch.
I have seen some some Ghanaian dukes and uncles with the kente and then with the rings.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I see those a lot actually. But,
yep. So it elevates but you don't see a lot of guys do it. If you do see it, you don't see a lot of guys do it very well. But rings are one thing. But yeah, man, the shades are also a very good touch. But man, with that being said, that is our top 5 for fashion accessories. Hey, man, y'all remember you can find us on social media.
Where you country? Social
Hey,
media. Social media.
Hey, man, you can find us on social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You know, you can find us on podcast exclusive platforms like Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on, like you mentioned, Breaker. Never heard of it, but we can find us on Breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Pocket Cast.
Hey, man. Whatever. Hey, man. Pockets, shoes, Hey, we everywhere, man. And you can also find us on YouTube if you're watching us here. Thank you. Go ahead, like it, comment below. Give us a topic we could talk about so we can talk about more crazy stuff. And always remember, guys, we're just 2 guys having a conversation, right? We're just talking. We're just talking here, okay? You don't have to take our advice, but if you do, let us know if it helped you out.
And this is episode 8, season 2.
Episode number 8, man. Season 2. We're going up from here. Hey, you got anything else to say before we get out of here?
Y'all know what time it is, man. It's EddyEd.
It's Dialogue, folks, your host for today.
And we're only holy
because he is, man. And remember, faith don't come expensive.
It's free.
It's free, folks. Peace.